Hello YouTube, back again. Nice to see you all and everything. I've been working on the bike and I've been doing general bits and pieces. While I've got the bike stripped down, I've decided I'm going to fit my heated grips. Fairly easy job. You don't have to do as much as what I've done already, but I'll show you how to do it. And we'll start with taking the grips off, the original grips off. Fairly easy job. You can do it with a flat-headed screwdriver of all things, but I'll just show you how to do that now. So anyway, you've got your grip on your clutch side of your bike. Now this is a fairly simple operation to do. In the instructions they say basically remove the rubber grips. Now what you can do is take the bar ends off, which is just something like that, which is just a piece of plastic, to be honest. And what you've got is you've got the grip holding the silver disc at the back. Now normally they say cut the grip, but let's say you want to keep your grips. There is another way of doing it. Just taking a flat-headed screwdriver, the longer the better, and just basically ease the glue and the rubber apart, and it just goes straight round, and so you're not cutting the grip. Now that's already freed up that much of the grip. Now there's still that much to do, so you take a longer screwdriver. Right, I've got a longer flat-headed screwdriver, it's a little wider, and just press it up underneath, work your way in and work your way round. There you go. You should slide out, and as long as you can start turning the grips, you can then peel it off. Right, on this side you've got a piece of plastic underneath, and it should just screw off, and the plastic underneath is your throttle control. That should just then screw off. You then again work it round to loosen the glue up. That should be enough. Be careful not to damage the plastic. If you put a little bit of silicone spray inside as you move it around, it should just peel off. There we go. Oh, there we go. One grip peeled off, and you're left with a piece of plastic underneath, and that's your throttle plastic. Right, you've taken your parts out. Take the grips out. Might be a good idea, just in case you drop it or need to work with it, is to take the little shiny ends off, little caps, and so you can see down the tube. That helps with the fitment. There's a little piece of plastic here, I want to take that off, and there's a little O-ring, so there, little O-ring, and I've popped that out and I can just slide that off, and that goes with the original grips. When you've got these things, you may as well replace the O-ring while you're at it. Test length, yep, that's almost perfect. So what you do is you test fit where you want it to sit normally. There should be some little bars in there, and then just, if you've got a rubber hammer, use a rubber hammer, wooden block, and just slide it on. Good idea is, if you're not using the glue to fit this on, is hairspray. It then sticks into place, but while it's malleable, or while you're working with it, you can actually get the it'll actually slide on a lot easier. There we go, that's lined up with the end of the bars. I'm actually quite happy with that. Make sure you've still got good operation. Yep. Then pop the end on. Right. As you see, the grip's off, and I've got a little bit of super glue, strangely enough, and that was in the packet. So we just open that up. You can use hairspray, as I said before. It seems to do a really, really good job of fixing it and sliding it on. So you've got your super glue, and you've basically polished this up, cleaned this up, got the old glue off, and then I've given it a wipe down with white spirit and let it dry. So basically there should be no grease or anything there on there. But effectively follow the same marking. So you've got a bit of glue around there, a bit of glue around there, and just glue it into place. So you don't want it moving while you're riding. I just use a little bit of zigzag on the top. There we go. Don't use all the glue. May need it. But yeah, got the glue on there. So what we want to do is, the glue should help it slide on. We take the end off, so not to damage it. But that's one side. And basically we're copying where it is on the other side. So that should just slide on, marry it up with the end. That's as far as it's going to go. I'm marrying it up with that, so bring that forward. So as that's going to affect the brake, I'm going to drop it down and put it under. So I've basically got it in position before the glue sets, and then you screw ring cap on. Right, as you can see, that's now on. As you can see, I've put the lead just round here, so it can then hook up into there. You can see these cable ties here. I'll cut them out and I'll put it integrated into there and just follow the lead down to the headlight. So I'm heading towards the headlight. This one I've readjusted because it was affecting operation. So I've readjusted it, popped it off, popped it back on, and put it so it's facing out this way. And what I'll do is I'll then follow it down with the cable ties, which you can see there, follow it down to the headlight, and we're looking at the back of the headlight here. Right, now to the electrics. Now I've got the grips on. Do be aware that they have to operate, and the throttle grip does move, so you then have to adjust for that. I've done one adjustment, and I showed that was the initial fitting. I popped it off again. I haven't glued it down, as you notice. I didn't glue it down. As you say, you should always dry fit first. We've got one of these to fit. Now with these, you can actually put them anywhere on the bike you like. Best bet is to put them a little bit out of the way, so you can access them while riding, but at the same time other people don't access it while parking. Now there are two ways of wiring it in. I'm going to wire it straight to the battery, but the best way is into the ignition system. That is basically wire it straight into the ignition system, and so when the key is not with the bike, they can't be accidentally turned on, or they can't be purposely turned on while parked up. But this one, with this, you get two pieces of plastic for the back. That's to go on a flat surface. I hope you can see that. That's to go on the flat surface. Or there's one for fitting on the handlebars, and that's the one I'm going to use. So you basically pop that in. Job's a good one. Popped in, and you've got two little bits of tape there, which you can take. You can pop off, and just basically you get a cable tie with this to stick straight in your handlebars. I'll just show you how to do that. Right. What we've got is I've used two bits of cushion tape which is slightly thicker than your tape that's supplied in there, and then you've got your original cable tie. Pop it the right way up, it should come to the back, fit it into place, and then tighten your cable tie. Right, as I said, I'm going to feed round the power cable. The power cable's got basically, here we go, 2 eyelets to go at the end, and they go to your battery terminals, and a fuse box basically, and that's to protect the heater grips from any power surges. As you can see, I fed it to the front. Well, as soon as I find it, I've just fed it, there it is. I fed it to the front, as you can see, and basically I've got it as much flexibility in it. So basically this is not to be taut because of turning the handlebars, you see there, nice and loosely behind the plastics, and I'm following the original electrics down under the tank to the battery. Right, you've got the cover of the battery box. I've actually replaced this, and you use a very large headed screwdriver, and very carefully, there we go, that should just then lift off, and what you've got there is the battery. And now what you've got are 2 systems, your negative, which is the black wire, and your positive, which is the red on here, which is where the fuse is. So that's going to go possibly that way round. Let's move this out of the way. Pop that in behind there where I've already popped one in before. Thread it through. That's all threaded through. And tighten up. And I can see the bolt tightening up now. So while it's loose, I then tighten. Now the positive. And that is going to come round that way. So what I can do is fix it in. There we go. There we go. Straight in. Straight to tightening up. And do not over tighten. Just do it to as tight as you feel comfortable with. And then when I pop the plastic over, it pops out the back of the plastic. And then when I put this plastic box back, it fits very, very nicely into place. And so then I can click everything back in. Let's try doing it. There we go. So we've clicked everything back in. We've got all this wiring, which we then, because I've spotted this, I can then pop into there. So that is now a fuse that I can get to quite easily if I need to. There's your main switch on, and I've wired it down. It really is idiot proof. You can't put male connector to male connector, so it is quite literally just plug and play. It is that easy. But you've got this red and black, which is your main power feed, and then the white and red are your feed to your handlebars. And so that's your main power lead coming in to red and black, and as long as you get that right, the rest will be easy as pie. And when we test the grips, so you've got your main switch, you just press, the little light comes on, and you can turn for the power, and it heats up your grips. I've already tested them. They do get nice and toasty, especially through your gloves, and so job's a good one. As I said, job's a good one. Goodbye, YouTube.